Hello there everybody, this is Alex from Hardcorian Guides, bringing you my Wario World No Damage run. Today we are doing the final and last real true level Pecan Sands of World 4, which is called Sparkle Land. So, this one surprisingly is also not hard. It's definitely harder than Mirror Mansion by a little bit, but even then, still, it's definitely not Beanstalk, that's for sure. So, this first minigame, just instantly dash into the wall, and it knocks off both of them. Relatively easy. If that doesn't work, you can ground pound the two that get knocked up in the air. You can ground pound one of them, and then just hit, like, the other block into it so that it just causes it to go up. You can figure that out, right? If you can't figure it out, just look it up, basically, that type of thing. Like, no harm, no foul. Also, the reason why I hit that button in particular is because it was getting my nerves. For some reason, that platform, when you're standing on it, is just extremely slippery. So, yeah. You saw there, I dashed into all the levers at once. That's, of course, another speedrun trick. And so was actually dashing into those blocks earlier in that minigame. That was also a speedrun trick I saw, too, so... I'm incorporating a lot of those tricks. I don't remember the guy's name, but he had world record for 80%. Yeah, I know, that's not very specific, but I think it's like nameless something, so... I mean, shoutouts to them, but like I cannot remember their name, I'm sorry. I'm so bad with that crap. Also, don't worry about going in the middle of those sands, because the boss from like level 2 will show up. It's weird. Right here, ground pound this one, and then just punch it. Punch the second one on top. Ground pound this one, wait just like a few seconds, and then make your jump, and you'll land. Easy enough. You could do the dash jump into it, but it's kind of a little bit more difficult for me to do that, because I kind of suck, so there's that. But yeah, you can see that we're definitely jam-packing these things like crazy. It's nuts. So ground pound this, and stay on it for a little bit, and then hold down once you feel like you're about to land on that ledge, and then as you saw right there, those big spike balls are relatively easy enough to avoid. You just essentially just, you know, jump around them, if that makes any sense. And then for this part, just do that, because, you know, just try to jump and land onto that blue ledge, or where the blue treasure will appear. You want to do that because you don't want to have to fight the tower, and because he sucks. Fighting, you can actually do this entire level without fighting any of them, which is nuts, because like back in the day, it's like, oh man, they're such a pain to deal with. But yeah, so I fall down here like an idiot because I'm trying to do the speedrun trick, and I actually forgot to fast forward this part. However, I did fast forward the rest of this, so there is a little dash jump you can do right here to land where those statues are, so you can skip that entire arena, because I believe it's an arena. So yeah, again, I fell down here like multiple times, and this is the part where I start actually fast forwarding, because you'll see I just continuously fall multiple times, and it wasn't fun. Well, then again, I guess I must have just, yeah, I fell like 2 more freaking times. It's so crazy. So anyway, I finally get the damn thing. I had moments where I actually got it in like one go, but you know how it is with those runs. Sometimes you just never get them. With this little small area, you can either grab the crab dudes, or you could just use the statues. It's probably easier just to use a crab dude, because I don't know. Also, you can skip that first block by like landing on the second one. You can jump over the spike, but I just recommend just, you know, hugging onto the ledge. That right there, I'm not going to say like it's skill based, but it definitely takes a lot of time and a lot of playing this game to kind of just learn the ins and outs of how ledge grabbing works. Because ledge grabbing is definitely kind of weird. Frame rate fucking crap the bed, because dude's falling down, basically. Big dude with bat, you know, the swingy guys, you know, when you knock them down, they get on all fours type of dude. This little thing right here, oh my lord, this one was so messed up. Especially back in the day, I hated this crap. So basically, what I think they want you to do is they want you to dash from this block and then land onto the cloud, but there's that little small gap. So what I do is I jump on the cloud and then just instantly go for a dash. You just jump on cloud, hit R, and then hit A like immediately after. Not R and A at the same time, but just, yeah. And then with the spikes, jump up on the ladder when they're going up, and then jump to the left or right, depending which direction you prefer, and then grab onto that small little ledge. But make sure you don't climb up just instantly, because those falling blocks will fall on top of you and do damage, and that sucks. And you don't want that, especially for a no damage run, because that's a run killer and it sucks. Speaking of sucks, there's going to be a part up, I think it happens here where, it might be this part, it might be later on, I don't remember, but yeah, oh, never mind, okay. Well, I thought this was the one where I just fall down like multiple times, and that sucked. These guys right here, they take 2 hits to take out, and luckily, whenever you throw one at the other one, they usually just, you know, knock them out. You only really need 2 to get up here. They do suck. You can also jump on that pillar. If you know the high jump trick, you can jump on that pillar and then get up here, but there you go. So jump on this pillar, jump up on this little ledge, ignore the tower guy right there. If you want to fight him, go ahead. Also, do be careful though. When you're going into this boss dungeon, try not to go into it when the tower guy is using his fire attack. The reason being is because he can actually still hit you. I got all the way to the boss gate, like the first time. Not the first actual attempt, but like the first time of all these runs, I finally made it to the boss gate just to fight the boss, and I still get hit by the fire. Just from going inside the boss gate. So anyway, this boss is relatively simple, because all you really need to do is just, you know, jump when he slams, and then the hands don't even do damage to you, they just shake you. And then when he's doing his fire attack, just stand behind him and just rotate with it. Even though you are in the sand and you are technically slowing down, it doesn't really matter because he never really gets fast enough. If you want to be absolutely safe, you can do the slam attack with these hands. But other than that, I recommend just going for throwing them, because I feel like that's just somewhat a tad bit safer, because you can kind of like get an idea of where he's at the field all the time. And you don't have to be too like reactionary, but again, if you were going fast, then maybe you would. But for me, I'd recommend just taking the safe way out, or at least as safe as possible. Also, whenever he does that slam attack, just make sure you're on one of these platforms, so that way you don't get stuck in the sand and maybe accidentally get screwed on it. I mean, you can still jump in the sand, but I think it's just much safer just to be on there. But yeah, that's the boss. Yeah, he's pretty straightforward. But next boss is Captain Skull, and then after that's the Black Jewel, and then we're done with Wario World. But yeah, that's Pecan Sands. Pecan Sands? Pecan Sands. I can't say that right. It sounds weird when I say it now, but I think I'm saying Sands Undertale. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. So take care, everybody.